Yo. Welcome back to another dope episode of your favorite late nights podcast. Another dope ass episode of Late Night with Nate Adrian. I'm your boy, Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
I always mess up the intro. It just, sometimes when you want to say something, you get tongue tied. It always
Yeah.
happens to me. Always happens on the
You
intro.
just gotta keep going. You just gotta keep moving.
It's just like, sometimes I got fat tongue syndrome. What's going on, Boogie? How you doing? Shout out to the No Sleep crew. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. What's going on with you?
I'm doing well. I'm trying to figure out how I can stop this noise on this chair. Like, this is the most annoying
Pretty loud.
thing. Yeah, it's very loud. And this is a fairly new chair, office chair. And, I built it myself. And I feel like it's loose, really loose, or it needs some oil or something. So
WD 40.
I gotta do some digging and figuring shit out. But other than that, I'm fabulous. How you feeling?
Get you some WD 40. It'll clear that right up. I'm good outside of thinking that I might have bad luck, or my guardian angel takes a lot of naps. He's just kind of slow when he's supposed to be, protecting me.
On point.
I have a love-hate relationship with turkeys now. I say
Wait.
that
Actual turkey?
yeah, actual turkeys. I have a love-hate relationship with them. I'm gonna tie this all together, with the guardian
Please
angel.
do, because you're throwing me off.
I'm gonna tie it together.
Okay, you went from angels to turkeys. Okay,
You'll know what I'm saying in a
sure.
second. I got a love-hate relationship with turkeys. I enjoy them. Thanksgiving. A nice turkey sandwich. I even enjoy, seeing turkeys in the wild, when they're at a far distance away from me. But,
Okay.
I hate turkeys when I'm driving down the highway at 90 miles an hour and one just comes in from the side like, oh, nigga, I'm about to take out your side view mirror. I
Oh
hate turkeys
no!
when they're coming down the road at me.
Wait. Turkeys fly?
That's the same thing I said. I was like, I didn't know turkeys could fly or that they could even get up that high. And I was like, bro, you mistimed this by a lot.
Wait. You killed a turkey?
The turkey killed itself. I'm speeding down the highway. I'm going literally.
Why are
90.
you doing 90? The turkey was like, yo, this highway, it doesn't go, the cars don't go fast. I'm good here. I'm straight. I can take my time. I'm taking my, I'm taking my little precious time for this.
The turkey was like, speed limit is 70, my guy. I'm driving. I'm keeping up with traffic, right? I'm flying.
You keeping up with traffic now? So
I'm flying. Well, everybody is
I don't believe
flying.
you at all. The turkey went to that highway specifically because they was like, you know what? I'm about to sloth my way down the road to the next block to meet up with fam and them. So let me take off real slow and take my time.
It's crazy. He must have saw because he was on. I was like, there's some field over here. He's like, oh, there's some ladies in the field across the highway. So I'm gonna just fly across. And I was like, bro, you're flying, and I could see it on my peripheral. I'm like, damn, that's a turkey flying low as hell. And next thing I see is my side view mirror just boom, just goes off. In my rear view mirror, I see a bird, and I see my rear view mirror or my side view mirror just being ran over by another car. So the car behind me also hits the turkey and my mirror. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
So you essentially cock blocked
Probably. Yeah, he was trying
because
to
the turkey was trying to get in landing and trying to figure out, hey, what's the best spots for me to look cool in so I can really show out in front of these lady turkeys. And you just came out of nowhere.
I took Clarence out. And you know what's crazy is I just got my car out the shop from getting hit where some idiot took off the exact same mirror, which is where I'm like, yo, guardian angel, my boy, what are you doing?
So wait, here's the most important question. Are you gonna go back to the same mechanic and be like,
I gotta take it to the dealership and be like, yo, and there's still feathers. I am literally still finding feathers on the
Oh
passenger side of my
my
car.
gosh.
Like the bird literally, I was like, what the fuck? Like this bird just
And
I
where were
was
you
like,
going? And where were you going?
I was going to my parents' crib. I was like, oh, it's Sunday.
Oh
You know, I'm trying to
my
kick it with the
god.
parentals. And I'm
Wait,
just like,
it was a
boom.
Sunday
It
and
was
you
a
was going
Sunday.
90?
I was going 90, man. People was flying on the highway. I'm not gonna lie. People was flying on the highway. I'm keeping up with traffic.
Oh
I'm just
man.
I'm just more irritated because even my last car, I got hit on the passengers. It's something about the passenger side. But you know what it is? It never happens when anyone is in the car with me.
I was
It's
just
always
about to ask
when I'm
that
by
question.
myself.
I was just about to ask the question.
But
Hey,
see,
bro, are you
you've ridden with
scared?
me.
Yes, but I don't know if I've been in the highway with you, man.
I feel like we've driven on the highway before. You've driven with
Okay.
me. We've
I
always gotten there safe, you know.
okay, but
Never been no
okay, so to
issues.
me, what you're telling me is you drive differently by yourself than when somebody else is in your car.
I feel like I drive the same. I be having the music cranked. And you know what was crazy? That DJ Khaled and Lil Baby and Lil Durk song came on. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh, we about to get hyped while I'm driving 90 miles an hour. And then when he was
Oh, so
like,
you recklessly endangered, manslaughtered turkey teeth out of it. Oh my god.
right when Lil Baby was like, I want the biggest watch they got, it was like, boom. I was like, fuck, nigga. I was like, I was so mad. I was just
Uh,
irritated.
and you don't think Gobble Gobble Man wasn't upset? He
Uh,
lost his life.
yeah, right. I don't know what happened when the chicken crossed the road, but I know what happened when the turkey tried. It got blasted. You know, it's just like
Yo, that's terrible.
I'm still at a loss. So now I'm paranoid when I'm driving, you know, on the side of fields on highways now because I'm let me get in this far lane because you never know when a turkey might try to cross the road and fly out at like low altitude.
Man, thoughts and prayers out to that turkey, man.
Clarence and his family. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to Turkey fam.
Clarence and team.
It's just
Shouts out to them. Damn, that
it's
sound.
like
Oh man.
I was hurt. What all I could do was laugh because at least I was like, at least it wasn't my windshield. I was like, at least it wasn't a big ass turkey in the windshield. I was like,
That's true.
okay, you know. But I think I might be the first nigga to ever have hit a turkey. Like who's ever heard of hitting a
I've
turkey?
never heard of hitting a turkey.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just now I'm just yeah whatever. Anyways, let's get to
Yeah.
tip in the hat. Y'all know what time it is.
I'm tipping my hat.
Tip in the hat. Who you got, Boogie?
I got Lizzo. I had to sing because Lizzo, the singer slash rapper slash musician, is now a designer. She just
Hey.
announced that she will be releasing a shapewear line called Yitty. Yitty, Yittity,
Right, I was
Yitty. So, which will be all inclusive,
that's
um,
dope.
exclusive sizes from 6X to X to extra small. So she's
Okay,
bringing
that's
out
dope.
some shapewear line and as well as underwear. So looking out for another Billy along the line. So shout
Shout
out to
out to
her.
her. There's definitely a market for that, so I know she's definitely going to make some coin.
Heck yeah, tip my hat off to her. Who you got for your tipping of the
I
hat?
got to tip my hat to Quest Love and the other gentleman there that created the Summer of Soul. They won the Academy Award for Best Documentary. It is a phenomenal documentary. I watched it. I want to say I watched like 2-3 weeks ago. It's on
Okay.
Disney Plus, Hulu. Y'all check it out. But it is dope, man. Seeing all of like those Black artists out there, just grooving and sweating because it was hot, and you know them suits back then had
Woo,
probably no breathable materials. So
man, that's the right. That is an appropriate description. They were groovy.
man,
They were grooving out there.
but definitely check that out, man, because it is definitely a good documentary, and they were very deserving of that.
Absolutely.
Let's get to this ad, and we'll be right back.
Yep.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm just over here polishing up my black watch. A lot of y'all know I'm an avid collector of watches. I got at least 9 of them things in my collection, and the one that I get the most compliments on It's got to be my black watch. I got to tell y'all, black watches, they have really put a lot of time and detail into their product. I gotta tell you, from the watch face all the way down to the band made of genuine leather. I know it's genuine, but I like seeing genuine. They really have outdone themselves. So, fellas, ladies, if you're looking to upgrade your watch style, definitely check out the good folks over there at Black Watches. They black owned. You know you want to support a black owned watch company. And because, they rocking with the podcast, they, hooked you guys up with a promo code. That's right, a promo code. They give you 20% off of your order when you head over to blackwatches.com. That's right, blackwatches.com. BLAK watches.com. And make sure you use that promo code late night WNA. Come on, support the Black Watches. Now back to the podcast. I don't know what time it is. It's news you can or can't use. Boogie, the Oscars was on Sunday. A lot of great outfits.
Yeah, lots of great outfits. Definitely lots to be seen for sure. But
That's not what
I
we're talking about.
yeah, I
You know
are
what we're
we
talking
tired?
about.
Are we tired of talking about this by now? Like are we done?
Man, are we? I'm tired of talking about it. The only reason I'm talking about it now is for the sake of this great podcast here. There's a little fight. There's a little brouhaha, a
It was
little
a little tisk.
slap again. What are you calling this? What are you calling it?
I
What's the
mean,
nickname you got for
it
it?
was the slap. I mean, it
The
was a
slap.
tiff. Yeah, it's the slap.
It was a duel. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock at the Oscars while he was presenting the Summer of Soul award there. It was actually, it was wild. You got the clip? I'm sure y'all seen the clip. We got a clip. You want to play the clip? Do we have
No,
one?
I don't have a clip.
We ain't got to play one. But everybody knows what happened by this point. Chris was doing, what Chris does. He talked about a few people. Then, it came to Jada. So I love you, Jada. Catch you in GI Jane too. Will had a nice little chuckle, and then went up on stage, and the rest is history. It's a slap that has been seen around the world.
Literally around the world, and we didn't know what was said or whether or not it was a skit maybe until we saw other airings of it in Japan, in Germany, because apparently in US they had a 10-second delay and they edited and froze it out and muted out
Right.
the volume so you couldn't hear what Will was saying.
So here's how in the beginning when I saw it, I was like, what first I was like, what the fuck is going on? I was like, what? Like I just can't believe I saw this.
Yeah,
Then when I noticed that they like when they had muted the mics and everything, that's when I was like, this is real.
yeah.
I was like, that's when I knew because they don't mute mics or anything unless it is some real shit.
When
Then
something is up,
somehow,
yeah.
I don't know who it was, they put the back feed in and we heard
Yep.
Will talking, and I was just like, oh yeah, he's angry.
Yeah, I knew it was more than a skit when I saw Lupita's face. Lupita pretty much told everybody what was going on. Like, and I saw images of other celebrities'
Mhm.
reactions, but Lupita really,
She was all of us.
really made it an accurate depiction of what everybody was feeling at that time when they watched that.
Yeah, it was just like I got mixed emotions about it. Like I get both sides of it. I get both sides of it as being a stand-up comedian. I get both sides of it as you have to protect your lady. It was just bad, man. And I'm not one of those people that like we have to be respectful in front of white people. Fuck all that. Get that shit out of here. I wish this was literally we could have this conversation backstage. That was that moment. Or it could have been a moment of it would have been more G of him and he went up there and he would have pulled him to the side and been like, hey, we're not gonna talk about my wife right now. We're gonna continue to have a good show here. All right. It could have been something like that. Or like, my wife was going through. So it could have been anything. He could have even saved it like during his speech to address it, and you would have made Chris look like that much more of an ass. Now you did that to yourself and ruined your moment.
I agree with you about respectability politics. Like, throw that shit out of the way. Like, like, if anything, I'm happy it was done at the Oscars than in a BET Awards. You know what I'm saying? If that was the case, but you know, when you go to award shows, especially like the Oscars, most of the time the host is there to make fun of the celebrities. Yes,
Everybody
we
gets
know
made
that.
fun of.
And I also understand why Will Smith was enraged because of
Mm.
the fact that in the last time Chris Rock hosted the Oscars, he made it, and this was during Oscar So White. Mind you, Jada decided to really push and initiate the Oscar So White. And back then, Chris Rock felt the need to really talk about Jada again. So this is another jab that he has to listen
Let me
to
ask you this
from
question,
Chris Rock.
because you brought up the 2016 him hosting. Did you think that the jokes that he said then were they bad jokes? What was your take on
I thought it was
the jokes
unnecessary. I
2016?
thought it was unnecessary in general. To me, I feel like if you're gonna talk about, if you're doing your job as a comic, focus on the comic, the people that are there. Like, why did you need to bring that up? I understand that. Duh, we all know Oscar So White. You can tell right then and there. You want to talk about Oscar So White? Talk about the celebrities inside the venue
Venue.
right then and there. Like, I don't think I'm not saying Will Smith was right. He was right to feel the way he felt, but he did not need to act on it because that's still
Right.
assault. So let's
Hell yeah.
let's
Call it what it is. It is
let's
assault.
right. I understand. Like, I know as a black man, you gotta protect your family, you gotta protect your wife. Yeah, you should protect your wife. Uh, Wrong setting, buddy. Everybody, I to me, I just felt like uh,
No, I agree with you on that
again,
one.
you cannot control how people react to
Right.
what you say. I understand that. Like, I cannot take away from that whatsoever. Yes, he was pissed. He was enraged. He clearly has underlying issues that he has to deal with. We all know this. There's excerpts from his book that he says that he's
Mhm.
had issues with not being able to defend his mom
Right.
during the time that his father was beating on his mom. Granted, he was a child, but
Right.
he's still holding on to that. But that doesn't negate the issue at hand. You decided that right then and there you're going to be the center of attention. It's about you. Everybody's here for you, and you're gonna continue that and voice your opinion by hitting a man who's clearly doing a job.
I wholeheartedly I agree with you 100%. Going back to like what you were saying about in 2016, um I got the jokes. To me, the jokes weren't anything that I would be like, oh man, you know, these are offensive there. You know, it wouldn't be something I'm
Yeah,
like, whatever. But the part that I don't like about the 2016, like what you said, she wasn't even there. So
yeah,
now you're
that's it.
making fun of a black woman or black couple in front of a room full of all white people.
And they're
That's the
laughing.
part, right? And white people are laughing. And it's almost like, yeah, you're right. We didn't want her here, you know. So I
Yeah,
do
I
get the
don't
correlation
understand.
of like you weren't invited because you do TV. This is for movies,
Jada,
but
you weren't
you
gonna be.
can't,
You're not gonna win
right?
anyway, or something. Like, I remember the joke, and I was just
Yeah,
like, come
you just
on.
can't make that in a room full of white people. Like I don't like when we talk about black people in front of white people like that. I think that's stupid. Um, in the sense of Will feeling like a coward when he was, I mean, you were a child at that particular moment, bro. So there's nothing you could do there. I feel like it was a cowardice move now.
Mhm.
I feel like you look like a coward. You look like a sucker. That was a sucker move. I'll put it like that because I still like Will Smith. That to me was a sucker move there. Because there was so many other opportunities. Like you can stand up for your lady, you can protect black women without putting your hands on someone.
Absolutely.
Now, if you physically put your hands on my wife, if he physically put his hands on Jada
Then
or
it's
something,
time to
right?
physically, yeah,
Then
defend.
right, it's on site. But for what he said, I felt like the joke, it was low hanging fruit. We all know
Agreed.
what low hanging fruit is, you know, or it's like when someone's about they lob it over the plate and it's like I'm about to hit a home run.
Alley oop.
Oftentimes you got to leave low hanging fruit alone. You should not pick it. I feel like the GI Jane joke, to me, it was not a joke about her illness, which has been Chris is now he's on record saying he did not know she had she has the illness there,
Alopecia.
alopecia. So I mean, you got to give him a little bit of grace there. When I heard first when I saw her outfit and everything, I was like, yo, she's killing it. And as we've seen so many black women rock that hairstyle, I was like, you look good. So I didn't think anything of that. Also, this is the first time I heard about her having alopecia was after the jokes. I had no idea. So I was like, oh, I had no clue.
People that are in the know
Right.
who pay attention, like I knew she was suffering from that because I follow her.
Okay.
And I watched Red Table Talk and her discussing hair. Like it touches deep.
I get
For black
the
women,
deepness of it.
women in our hair, we take that
It's your
seriously.
crown.
This is our crown and whatnot. I again, I think it was definitely energy and rage and anger, displaced anger and rage. Um, and he was just a ticking time bomb. And
Literally.
it was just a matter of time where somebody entangled something else or bald head this, and Will would have made it a
I
point to
think,
be like, this is where I need to defend.
and again, I could be wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong here. My correlation when he said G.I. Jane, I got it. I was just like, oh, because of the hairstyle. And I also looked at it and I was like, gee, I saw it as a kid. That was a dope ass movie. Like, it was a good movie. One, Demi Moore is not an ugly woman. So if you were like, oh, I can see the correlation between the two there, G.I. Jane she was a badass in the movie. Almost every role that Jada has been in. Look at her in the Matrix. You're a badass in the Matrix movies. So if you took on the role of G.I. Jane, did you think that you would not be anything less than a badass?
But we can't
You
assume
know,
we don't know how Jada or Chris or Will, how they feel or felt beforehand. We
that's
knew
true.
that Chris did not know the Jada's situation, medical condition, but we
True.
don't know the extent of how she's been feeling about it, how she's been dealing with it, um, how Will has been consoling, or if not
That's true.
consoling. Like, there's a lot of variables that we don't know. We're all taking assumptions and opinions off of a 60-second. It wasn't even 60 seconds.
Yeah, it was fast. Let me ask you this question though. So let me ask, so what if it would have been flipped? What if it wasn't a GI Jane joke, but he was like, "I'll see you in Black Panther 2," because we know the Dora
Bald head.
Milaje, they all
Yeah.
have bald head. So what if he
But
would have
that
said it
I
like
think
that?
that was that would have been very specific to me. I thought it was definitely directed, and he wanted to make sure that white people got the joke. So that's why he GI J'd it instead of Black Panther, because you
Yeah,
gotta
because how many niggas have seen GI Jane?
exactly. So I think it goes to show Chris is a smarter writer and he's a smarter comic than that joke. And
Mhm.
granted, he didn't write
That's
these
another
jokes.
thing. He didn't
He
write it
he didn't write these jokes, but at the same time, he has the right to approve
right and not do the joke.
and decline saying certain things. So
So
that's why he said I love you at first. Okay?
right, he saw that's this is the softest way I can get this jab
He
in at
literally was
you.
like, no offense.
I love you.
He said, with all due respect, I'm about to disrespect you right now.
It's like, yeah, it's just again, you can't tell people how to feel. And once he said it, I was like, oh, that wasn't bad. And then I was just like, but I was like, they're gonna get you because you're talking about a black woman's haircut. I do you feel bad for Chris in the sense of knowing that he's got NVLD, he's got nonverbal learning disorder, which he has been on
Yes,
record talking about.
yes.
Sometimes social cues he does not pick up on, reading the
I mean, it's
room
obvious.
sometimes can be very hard for him. So do
Yeah.
you show him more grace now, knowing?
Yes. I still somebody go check up on Chris as well. Chris, no, for real. Like,
Seriously,
Chris made a whole successful show about being bullied and always
his entire
picked
life,
on
yeah.
as a child. okay, and into his teens.
Even
So
as an adult, there's a clip out there where
yeah,
he's talking about he was bullied up until I think like a week before he started on SNL, or he got
yeah,
his ass, he got robbed or some shit like that. So
yeah. Chris didn't get Chris kept getting talked about and didn't get his somewhat confidence until he got his teeth fixed. Okay, let's be
right,
honest. Okay, because when he really decided to really lean into Chris, it was when he got his teeth fixed,
right, that's
and
true.
that was well until his 20s.
Let
Okay,
me. I mean, it's I don't know, man. It's all it is crazy. So let me ask you this question: then. So if this is you, this is Chris Rock talking about you, and your partner, he's sitting there. Do you stop him? What does Adrian
I
do in
don't
this
stop him.
situation?
What I do? I and Will's
Yeah,
walking up.
if this
Oh
is if
hell
your
yeah!
partner, what are
I
you
go
doing if
Will.
this is your
I go
partner?
like this. I would have been like, hey, what? Will. I would have jumped out and gave him a hug. I've been like, it's okay, Will.
It's
Because
like
right now,
no, protect the
yeah,
kingdom.
because you also have to think. You also have to remember, like, not granted, yes, Will and Jada business that they've decided to willingly share with the world
Mhm.
has been out. And granted, they did not volunteer this information because this
Some of
was
it they
actually
didn't.
some of
Some they
them
didn't. Yeah.
some of it they didn't, but also because of a former lover of Jada's, she felt obligated
Right.
to talk about it. So this wasn't by choice, but it was by choice to explain it in the way that they did. So outside of that, majority of their relationship is still a mystery to us. And I need people to stop acting like they know everything. Like, well, Jada out here doing woo wop the bam woo wop woo woo, when Will was on camera speaking with Gail saying there was never infidelity in their relationship.
They knew
So
about it.
clearly they have some type of agreement of
Right.
some sort that's going on. Again, that's none of our business.
You know what? It's one of those situations where it's not people's business, but when you put it out there, whether they did it or August did it, it becomes people's business because so many people do not like their regular lives. So many people are
True.
trying to get away from their job, what they got going on. So I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to be a part of the echo chambers online and
Yeah.
talk shit.
Yeah, and you're
Um,
gonna go through that rabbit hole and try to find the reasons why conspiracy, this, that, and the third. But again, they have every they have every right to just decline and not give
mhm.
out any more information. I like to run with an Issa Rae. Like I like to use Issa Rae
Yeah.
as an example. Issa Rae wanted to put out a picture of her wedding, but she didn't even say it was her wedding. She literally was like, "Yeah, I got a
Got a photo
photo
shoot,
shoot
a little
in a
event
dress.
that kind of looks like a wedding dress.
Got some friends who accompanied me
You
in
know,
Italy. Nothing crazy, but
my mom and
also
dad are here.
like it's okay. I like gone are the days when we didn't know shit about these celebrities. Like I love the transparency, but also let's pull back this transparency and let's be
Yeah,
more selective in
I agree.
sharing our information. That's
I
it.
wish that it
That's it.
was like 20 years ago when we did not know about them until they stepped outside. I wish it would go back to that. Also, it's like
I mean,
just
not
don't
all the
share
way
it.
like that. Not all the way like that, because to me, it normalizes, these
I mean,
quote
I
unquote
agree.
celebrities,
You
because
know what this is? Go
this
ahead,
is
my bad.
real people. We are all real people.
Exactly.
When it all comes down to it, guess what? This ain't nothing but Lil Ray Ray sitting down in a barbecue full of white people, or his company's job barbecue, and his girl was sitting there and was like, I ain't really like that joke. And Lil Ray Ray looked at his wife, his girl, and went up there and slapped his boss or
But the
something.
crazy thing about him slapping the boss is you're gonna get some major consequences from that.
Absolutely.
Chris Rock
Absolutely.
got the consequence that some people think it's like, okay, you can't, be talking, you gotta watch what you say. I feel like Chris caught a stray. Like this was a culmination of 30 years of people talking shit about Will, from being like a soft rapper, from everything that people have said about him over the years, talking about his family. Chris caught the stray that the rest of us should have caught. If you've ever posted the memes, any of that, Will was smacking all of us. That's what he was doing. I just I don't know. It's whack, man. I just the whole situation is whack. I feel like if it would have been like, back in the day when you would hear about stuff at award shows, it'd be like, oh, they was tussling backstage. I'd be like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would be upset about it, would be like, yeah, that was wrong. It's like, hey, you got him. Also to that, I was like, you guys are rich. You guys hang around the same people. There could have been another time I could have got
Yeah.
you. I could have spun the block on you a week
Yeah.
from now at Nobu or some other restaurant when I see you.
Yeah.
It's just so many other
I,
times I could have got you.
yeah. I also want to remind people this is A-list versus A-list crime right now. Uh this is something that we will never know about, a privilege that we will never get a chance
You know what's
to
funny? Who's
experience.
speaking on that privilege? Eric Benet. Because he said, had this been him or like any other
Wait,
celebrity,
Eric Benet said
Eric
that?
Benet said, had this, he tweeted out, had this been him or any other
The
celeb,
Eric Benet?
the Eric Benet, any other celeb at his level, they would have been arrested. And I agree with that. And I was like, bro,
They
there's
would have
got to
carried
be,
his ass. They would have carried.
like, again, Chris has got his consequences, and there's going to be some consequences for Will. I don't think that I don't think they should take his Oscar away. I don't think they should take his Oscar away. I do think that they should have definitely kicked him out.
Well, I don't know if you heard, but they asked him to leave and he refused.
I could believe that. I mean, you ain't gonna tell me, King Richard. Who gonna tell me to leave? I
Yeah,
slap you too.
did you just say he was like, my hand is still ringing, y'all. I can still.
He was like, I still feel it.
No,
I did
stop.
see where they was like, we could have handled it differently. And also, it was like, where was the security at? Like, do they not have security
They
in
were
these
all
places?
outside, securing the building. Little did they know they needed to secure
The
inside.
fight was going on. So they was trying to make sure the regular people couldn't get in to do some shit.
No regular people. No regular people. Wait, what am I hearing right now?
Will
Celebrities
Smith
are
attack
fighting.
Chris. I mean, it's just it is. I bet you they will have security next year.
Oh my god!
I feel like
Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like they're gonna probably ban him. I think I'll be okay with a year. Sit it out for a year, bro. You cool missing a year. Don't take his award. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, you know what my worst, like, the whole thing of this is, I feel bad for Beyonce.
Literally,
Beyonce decided, you know what? All right, I'm gonna pop out.
I don't ever go to nothing.
Husband, will you accompany me to this soiree? And then they have this picture of Beyonce looking over, like, Julius, can you
Bring the car around.
wrap it up, B? Wrap it up. Okay.
I did see somebody said Beyonce don't. Somebody said Beyonce has seen Little Mama come on stage. She's seen Kanye interrupt people.
Taylor
Now she's
Swift.
seen Will Smith slap Chris. Beyonce does every time she's pop out. Something happens. It is just like. So what do you think should happen
Come on
to
now.
Will? What do you think?
I don't know what should happen to Will. All I'm saying is, Will and Chris, they're gonna talk and they're gonna have a conversation.
They're not going to
Whatever.
talk. There's not going to be no talking.
I think there's going to be a talk. There's going to be a conversation, and I also think whatever the Academy does, I just don't think he should get his Oscar reprimanded from him, but removed from him. But other than that, I don't know. At this point, I'm not Will, I'm not Jada, I'm not Chris. So,
did you like his apology?
What were your thoughts on the apology? I thought it was an accurate, honest, sincere apology, and he apologized on stage as well. While he was, accepting his Oscar, he was on the stage for 6 minutes, and he got a standing ovation, crying, and he apologized as well. But I'm sorry, like it. I feel like you need to take time away from us
just a little bit.
From us, the public. That's what I'm talking about. From us, the public.
I feel like the apology was bullshit. I don't think it was sincere. The
I thought it was.
apology that was put out on IG, man, your publicists keep paying them. They wrote a fantastic apology for you. What he did on stage, you apologized to everybody except for Chris, and I was like, I thought that was lame. Also, as Richard Williams has came out, I'm taking on, I was protecting, being the protector of the fan, being the protector of my King Richard staff. He even came out and was like, bro, I'm non-violent. The only time you should be violent is if someone's being violent towards you.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you know what this is? This is one of those hypocritical things, because Will Smith is one of those people that always preaches like namaste and, be happy and turn the other cheek. Nigga, you are not following your own words,
You
bro.
slapped that cheek.
Like
Yeah.
it was crazy to me. We got to give Chris a lot of credit for showing restraint. Because if you look at the pictures, look at some pictures, his fist was balled up. That the fist was like one of those moments where it was like, what would you? I know everybody keeps saying what would you have done if that was you in that situation? Put yourself in Chris's shoes. Are you swinging back?
No,
What are you
I wouldn't
doing?
have. I would have walked the fuck off.
Okay, I am.
I would have been like, ow. I would have been just like that. Ow.
I
Nick,
am.
I would
Go
have
ahead.
practiced reading. I would have practiced reading whatever the script that was up there on the teleprompter. But I know damn well I was seeing double.
And not
I
to
would have
not to
said
make
what I
fun
need
of
to say.
Chris, but when he was presenting the award, we're here to present for the documentary. He was still dazed after the slap, so it was just like, I feel like had that been me for a split second, part of me is like, I would have either kicked you in the back as you walk down them steps, but then I'm always a person where
No.
I'm like, I don't want to fuck up the bag. Like, I'm like, I don't want to embarrass
Yeah,
my
because
fam. I'm not trying
he
to
would
fuck
have
up the
he would have
bag.
got kicked out too.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, I don't want to be that person, but I would have hit your ass with some zingers. Like, I would have hit you with some jokes, or best believe. Remember on Sisters, when that dude slapped that man, I'd have been like, oh, oh, and just did a
Oh god.
twirl on the
I
ground.
would have, you know what? I would have did. I heard a comic feedback, and he was like, I would have ducked.
It does make you, but it's one of those things where it's like, part of me was like, why wasn't Chris ready? But it's also like, it's Will Smith. You don't think Will Smith about to come up here and duff your ass. You just like, hey, I've worked with this guy before. You don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So naturally, you're not in fighter stance. But let me tell
Yeah.
you, if it's a regular person in the club and
Yeah.
you come up on the stage, I'm in fighter stance. I'm
Yeah.
using the mic. I'm using the cord. I'm using everything I can to keep you from getting close to me.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know what? I want everybody to come out better
I
after
do
this
too.
situation. And, I don't wish ill or harm on anybody. I know
Nah.
Chris Rock's brother Tony was like,
On
it's
site.
on site, which of course you protecting your
You
broski.
got to
I
ride for your
get it.
fam,
I get it. But I mean it's enough.
and
It's
he can
already
box. Tony can
I'm
box.
sure he can, but it's already been enough violence as it is. Like let's just
Yeah.
be better and let's try to learn from this. Like let's be better, let's do better, and also
Or just
protect
don't
black women and don't be and like just don't hit people. Like
protect black women. But if you're gonna use violence when protecting black women, don't do it on camera. Like, if we would have found out he gave Chris a black eye backstage, I'd be like, is this because we're both comedians? So do you feel any type of anxiety? Because this does kind of set like this weird precedence where people, even if it's like, not even if it's like you're making fun of people, because my sets, I don't ever talk about people. I talk about, I do talk about white people, but it's general things. I'm not pointing white people out in the crowd talking about them. But do you think it's ever going to get to a point where it's just like, I don't like what you said about white people? People gonna rush the stage, or if you're someone you could say something about Biden or Trump, and someone's like, I don't like what you said.
but that's a reality now. Before this slap even happened, there's been incidents where people have bum rushed the stages all the time. I don't feel
You
any
do.
issues whatsoever from doing my set from doing my sets because most of the time I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about my personal experiences. I'm talking about me and generalizing
Right.
situations that I've observed that has nothing to do with anybody that I'm talking to right now. If you have an issue with that, then guess what? We need to get you some help. Okay? That's what we need to do.
I do feel like the clubs do need to have security though, because there is nobody in the clubs. I do
Oh,
think
there's
clubs need
absolutely
to
nobody. Yeah.
they do need to secure it because I mean, DC Young Fly got ran up. He knocked the dude out that ran up on him.
Yep.
There's a couple other comics who've been ran up on. I just feel like now this kind of is gonna it's more it does happen, but I feel like now it's gonna be like it's gonna set this in people's minds that they're gonna want to try it.
That they're
Someone
allowed to
tried it
do it.
last night at Chris Rock show. They had to arrest a heckler for trying something. So it's like now people are just gonna be, I gotta do it. I got to. But
Yeah.
I do think the person that Will should have slapped was Tom Segura. First off, fuck this dude. I'm just gonna
Cracker ass cracker.
thank you, Chris. Just go ahead and say that. For those of you that don't know, Tom Segura, he is a comedian. He said, "Fuck Will Smith's candy ass, smacking a dude 4 inches shorter and 50 pounds lighter. He's just in his feelings because his bald headed B word been fucking around on him for years, and he takes it. We all know who he wishes he could slap. Cuck Will." Goes on to say a lot of other insensitive things about Jada, and it's just like this is coming from again as I posted a white bald headed bitch himself. White comics have been crossing the line, and I get it. I understand that. I get it in the sense of, do I think Will would have did this to any other comic? No, because you and I both know there are some people you're not gonna run up on. There's some dudes and
Oh, hell
ladies
no.
who are yoked up out here who will fold you the fuck up. So I do think it was calculated who he ran up on. But what Tom said is completely out of line. These trash ass takes that these white comics are taking, it's like, bro, just like cut it out. Like they really showing their racism, man.
I feel like a lot of these comics were just finding any old thing to really jump at this idea of just to be able to talk about Jada and Will in almost outlandish, uncalled for ways where it
Literally,
has nothing to do with the situation at hand. Like
period.
you just wanted to get that out just to get it out.
No, I agree. And it was just like when I saw it again, I think you said it was like not Tom because I actually enjoy his stand up. And it's just like
Yeah.
you really good. And it's just like, bro, I can't fuck with you. And there's some other stand ups that run behind him. I was like, I can't mess with y'all either because y'all are cut from that same bullshit racist ass cloth. And we've had talks. You know how I feel about white comics on the scene. Like they're just trash. A lot of them are trash. You know,
Again, I'm gonna reiterate this one more time. It just goes to show that a lot of people professions does not is not an indication of who that person is.
yeah,
And Will has said it himself, like on TV, on stage, when he's doing interviews, when you know, he's a character of himself, and I think that's a reminder to everybody that most of the time when you see your favorite artist, creative, comic, whomever, that's a character of themselves. That's not
yeah.
really them. They are performing. They are performing. So when it all comes down to it, most of the time, the people that you think are real,
They're
that's
not.
probably yeah, that is a facade.
Stay representative.
That is a that is their representative. And I just, I don't I take note. I
Yeah,
don't talk about it. I take note of it and then I keep it moving.
I do both. Take notes, and I'm gonna blast you. I was tweeting back and forth, and I was like, you know what? I'm just done because these idiots. They're just. It is what it is. I'm like, y'all just gonna keep being trash, and it's just like, hey, keep
Yeah.
showing your true colors. We're just gonna keep not messing with y'all. But I will be okay if Will slapped Tom. Actually, that wasn't even Will that slapped Chris. That was Willard. That was Willard that came out and was just like, you're getting all of this, But
uh,
I think we can finally put this to rest, though.
I know everybody tired of it, but I think it won't be over. I heard somebody
Oh
say
no, it's not.
the conversation won't be over until SNL does their thing and we find out what's the
What's there?
repercussion
Yeah.
of Will. So
Also, I'm gonna say this one thing about the repercussions here, real quick, because I know so many people were saying, if you take away Will's Oscar, you have to take away like the Roland Polanski's,
mhm.
the Woody Allen's, the Weinstein's, and everything. And the reason why that is such a slippery slope is because they did not, although yes, they are sick ass individuals. They did not commit their offenses on Oscar grounds. They did not commit it on air quotes the most sacred night in television. You know, that's the difference there. The difference is we didn't see them commit those crimes. Unfortunately, that's what they're going to say. They're going to
Yeah.
say, we saw Will commit this. We saw him assault Chris in front of everyone. They're going to say, we did kick Harvey out the academy. He's not in the academy anymore. So that's what they're going to say. I mean, it's just, I don't
But
know.
he gets to keep his Oscars.
The thing about him keeping the Oscars is he's a producer. It
Yeah.
wasn't like he just put the money up. He could have
Yeah,
not
that's
had
it.
anything to do with the movie outside of paying for it.
Yep.
Didn't direct, didn't pick anyone. That's why I'm not gonna take though. Again, it's weird semantics.
No,
That's
it
what that
is.
is.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Yeah, again, I'm gonna say this. I don't think he should have his Oscar
Agreed.
removed, taken away from him. Uh but there has to be something, there has to
Slap
be a
him on the wrist. Sit it down.
conversation, there has to be some type of probation, something.
I'm gonna ask you this, and then we'll move on. Do you think if this was you, are you hitting his pockets? Because Jim Carrey said, "Hey, I'd announce the next day I'm hitting you for 200 million," which also goes to show what people were saying. I don't think he would have hit a white man. So many people was like, he wouldn't have hit a white comedian. I'm on the fence of saying you would not have hit a famous white comedian because Will Smith is worth $350 million. So if you got a comedian like Jim Carrey saying, "I'm gonna tap them pockets for $200 million," it shows you how white people are playing. You're not gonna smack a white person like that. They're gonna come for your bag. Are you gonna sue Will if this is you?
No,
Again, okay.
no, just cause I'm a take it to the streets.
You got the goons. The goons gonna handle it.
Whatever that means, I'm gonna take it to the streets. If I'm gonna have a conversation or whatnot, whatever that means, but I'm gonna take it to the streets because at this point, like as a black man, I don't want I don't want to see another black man
In
arrested
cuffs.
or
Yeah,
in cuffs. That's
that's me too.
always how I roll. Like if there's a better way, if there's another option, if there's an alternative method that we can come to withstanding, like I'm all for that because I don't like the cops any more than anybody else.
Right, I agree.
But going to the courts, I don't know if I would do that.
I agree with you. I'm not putting you in cuffs, which is why I think Chris didn't press charges. So I commend him again for that because it's some people would have been like, "Nah, I'm to the full extent of the law." I wouldn't have did that, but I might tap your pockets for a nice little 50 mil. And I only say that Chris, he just got a divorce and alimony payments. New Bentley truck about to come out. I might give him, hey, thanks, Will. I appreciate you. Room. I'm gonna tap your pockets. Reason being because that video is there forever. Now, when you
Yeah,
think of the Oscars, you think of Chris Rock getting slapped. I don't remember really who won any award at the Oscars. I am only thinking of Chris Rock getting slapped.
and it's forever cemented as
So I got to
so.
hit your pockets.
The slap.
Like you gonna have to remember you slapped me, but I also got I got some coin about you.
I mean, Chris is gonna get coin anyway. His
But I
tickets
gotta
have
prove a point
skyrocketed.
though. Them tickets
I
did. They went from
agree.
what $46 to $341.
I agree.
I gotta prove a point.
I agree.
because Chris can't beat
Buy
him.
me a yacht, nigga.
Chris can't whoop his ass. I can't say on site when I see you because Chris is gonna get two-pieced every time. Look at Will. He's
Agreed.
huge. So I gotta hit your
Agreed.
pockets.
Buy me a yacht, nigga.
You can only say on site what is someone that you can beat. I can't say on site when a nigga is gonna whoop my ass.
Very true.
It just doesn't work that way.
But I'm not saying on site. I'm saying taking it to the streets. Listen to what I'm saying.
I mean, but as the person that got your ass, if you want to be this on site, nigga, you ain't gonna make me look like a fool. You always want to be the one to throw the punch. But I do get what you mean when you say, take it to the streets. I do understand.
All right.
Let's take it to a break and we'll be right back.
This guy. Hey y'all, we're going to take a quick pause from this episode to tell you about our next sponsor, Rose Vogue Styling. Let Rose Vogue Styling help you change the way you see yourself. Their mission is to empower you to build your confidence and look fly while doing it. They offer personal styling, shopping, and closet auditing. They need to come to my closet because it's a hot ass mess, okay? They also have an online boutique store full of pieces that will give your outfit life and have you looking right. Pieces like earrings, that's what I have on now, right here, necklaces, purses, rings, just to name a few, okay? Right now, our subscribers, our listeners, our watchers, you can get 20% off when you use the code late night, okay? LATENITE. Go on over to their IG. It's Rose Vogue Styling at Rose Vogue Styling. Easy. Everybody knows that, okay? Let Rose Vogue Styling style you for your next event, or simply just help you enhance the pieces that you already have in your closet. Wow. Style is a choice. Upgrade yours with Rose Vogue Styling. Again, you can get 20% off if you use our code late night, okay? LATENITE. Support a black business, okay? Support us. When you support them, you're supporting us, okay? Now let's get back to the show.
Yo, topic number 2. Actually, but let's get rid of this one. Let's do the Popeyes one. Let's bring up the Popeyes topic. I actually like that. This one is a funny one because over in London, they got Popeyes popping up over there, but people are complaining about the chicken sandwiches being too hot. Bruh, my taste buds. That was terrible. Let me try that. Bruv, my taste buds.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm done. But still, they're complaining about the chicken sandwich being too hot. One person stated that he's normally accustomed to sauces like ketchup. That's as spicy as they will go. And I was like, my guy, ketchup is not spicy at all.
It depends on how they make their ketchup. Cause I've had spicy ketchup, I've had tangy ketchup, but generally speaking, ketchup is pretty mild.
You know what it is? It's too much seasoning. That's what it is. It is entirely too much seasoning. One person said, "I love spicy foods like red curry or ketchup, but the Popeyes spicy chicken burger is way too much. Every time I've had it, it's blown my mouth off and left me in discomfort for hours. I'm amazed that such a mass market product has this heat turned up to 11. First off, pasty palate. It's not a burger. It's a chicken sandwich. And again, red curry, yeah, that can get a little spicy, but ketchup, what? Again, even if you have spicy ketchup, it ain't hot like that.
Yeah. So what I'm hearing is something else is up. So to me, I feel like the Caribbean people out in the UK has tweaked the chicken sandwich a little bit on their side to their liking, and now the regular British people are like, we
Isn't
can't
it?
handle it.
It's
We
hot,
can't
isn't it?
handle it.
Isn't it
Yeah,
kind of
we can't
hot?
handle it at all. Cause to me, I've tried the spicy. I've tried. Was it the spicy one? Yeah, I tried the
Yeah, there's
spicy
two of
one.
them.
Yeah, yeah, it is two of them. I tried the spicy one, and it had some kick to it, but it wasn't unbearable.
Yeah, it was just like a regular kind of hot. I feel like all of them, the Wendy's one, that one, the Wendy's spicy, that one sometimes will get up on you. You might be
Yeah,
sweating a little bit, but
I
for the
choked on
most
that one.
part,
I'm not gonna lie. I definitely
yeah.
choked on that one.
I'm like, yo, what's going on? And it makes, first of all, I know this is not us. This is not the bruvs over in London. This is all of the white Londoners. This is all of them because I can't imagine a black person, because a lot of black people that live in London, they're like you said, from the Caribbean, from
Yeah,
Africa, so they
yeah,
have spices ingrained in them.
yeah,
So it's like this is not us, but it's just like, damn, how
yeah.
bland is the food in London?
Pretty bland. And I also have to say, like, if they're okay with curry, and curry generally runs pretty spicy to
Yeah.
me. Um, he didn't even say, the person didn't even say jerk. Now, if you said jerk,
Yeah, I can see jerk.
I'd have been like, all right, I can't
Yep,
even.
I agree.
I'm okay, because I will say jerk is one thing that I'm like, I could do one tidbit of
Yep.
food with a drip of jerk.
I wholeheartedly agree. Uncle Joe's, you remember Uncle Joe's over there by
Oh yeah,
Kenwood?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I felt like their jerk sauce. I was like, "Whoa, you are on that line." I made some oxtails not too long ago, and I bought like the I think it's called Walker Woods,
Mhm.
the jerk paste, and they have two. I bought the hot and spicy. When I tell you, it was too goddamn spicy. I was like, I got to do the mild. Like that paste sneaks up on you.
You talking
It's
about
crazy.
burning your booty hole to the umpteenth power. Try any form of jerk, okay?
Here's another one. It says, agreed. I eat spicy dishes like drunken noodles and lemon rice all the time, but the Popeyes burger is completely over the top. I only had a few bites before I had to stop eating from the pain. I won't be going back unless they change the recipe. First of all, I need y'all to stop saying burger. Burgers are, beef, the cow. This is not a chicken burger, it's a chicken sandwich.
But people say,
Come on,
people
yo.
use Coke as a general term for
I
soda,
know.
for pop.
I just
So
messing with the
we
Brits.
we we can't really talk about them like that, because I've definitely been like, oh, y'all got Cokes? Yeah, we got Coke. And
It's
I'm like,
Pepsi.
what am I talking about? What am I doing?
It's just like again, what are y'all eating over there? Like, are y'all palates just that I don't know, just unsophisticated? I just don't get it. It's also it's just like y'all colonized the entire fucking world, the entire planet for spices and seasonings, and y'all don't use any of them on y'all shit except
They
for salt
just
and
took them.
pepper.
They just
It's
took
just
them. That's
like
it. They just wanted to take them just to take them. Mine. They're
like
mine.
I don't get it. It is not that hot. I don't know. I don't know.
I drink some milk. Uh
So you eating chicken sandwiches and milk. That
Eat
is
a
like one of the
yogurt. Put some
worst
yogurt on that.
combinations.
Put some yogurt on that burger or something. I don't know. I'm trying to find, and it might be that sauce. The
Yeah,
little aioli
could be.
sauce that's really kicking it up a notch,
So do the regular tenders not do they like the spicy tenders, do they get them too? Like I got so many questions. Like stuff that we think that is spicy here. I'm like, is it I just like, how much is it? Just they just sprinkling like, oh, just like a little dab of cayenne. Like I just need two little sprinkles and that's good. Like, woo, the acid reflux. I can't do it. Like I'm just really trying to figure it out. And this is coming from people who eat sausage and beans for breakfast. Like I just
Ah,
probably one of the worst combinations of things I have ever seen. Like I hear people talk about how terrible the food is when you go to London, and the picture show is true. I'm like, yeah, I don't know.
like, again, not trying to talk about people customs, and I I just feel like if you want to taste of the American life, of what we eat, the American cuisine, then you can't be complaining about hot and too hot, spicy. It's either you
Right.
want it or you don't.
I mean, come on, man. It's Popeyes. Like, it is good. Popeyes in Louisiana, they wouldn't be able to take the Popeyes in Louisiana, which everyone talks about. It slaps in New
I
Orleans, but
still
that's,
didn't get a chance to go to that Popeyes. So
I mean, yeah, you'll get to it. You got plenty of time. You'll get to it. You know what, Boogie? It's time for one of my favorite segments before we get up out of here. Niggas have been tripping a lot lately, so let's get to y'all niggas is tripping. Y'all niggas tripping. Who you got?
my you niggas is tripping has got to be uh an entanglement.
What? Another one?
No, it's a different entanglement. This is a child support entanglement, if you will. Black China, uh, I guess she's a video vixen, personality, rapper sometimes, if you will, if you want to call her model. Black China decided to post an image of her with her two children, as well as this is on Twitter for people that are listening. I have her tweet that's also on her IG. It said, "Yesterday, I had to give up 3 of my cars. My reasons,
Oh,
morals, beliefs, being a single mother, no support. I'm a mama. No, so I'm not getting no child support." And Rob Kardashian decided to come in to her comments and post, "I pay $37,000 a year
thousand.
for my daughter's school. I handle every single medical expense. I pay for all her extracurricular activities. I have my daughter from Tuesday through Saturday. Why would I pay for child support?"
He
And
makes a good point.
Tiger was like, "You know what? I got an alert here. Let me jump in here real quick. I pay $40,000 a year for my son's school, and he lives with me Monday through Saturday. So why would I pay for child support?" And Tiger, with his petty ass, doubled down and tagged Rob and was like, "Huh? You pay 3,000 less than I do. Let me know the plug." I
Hey,
I
points were
just
made by both
I
of them.
points were very much valid and made, but at the same time, this is the point of me bringing this up. I don't need to know your ins and outs of your relationship. Can we please remove this
Agreed.
personal information out of the socials of the public's eye? Please. Like I'm not about to down a mother right now. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna disrespect this black queen. Nope, not doing it. What I am gonna do is I'm gonna help her maybe learn from this mistake, if you will, about explaining information that we do not need to know.
I when I saw this, I was just like, wow, you had to give up 3 of your cars. There's some people who couldn't even give up 1 car. There's single mothers out here who some don't have cars.
Mm,
They're taking public transportation. So woe is you. I'm not really about to, feel sorry for someone that had to give up 3 vehicles. Okay.
oh,
you know. And like they were saying, and also it's like, when do you have your kids, ma'am? Because they with their dads the whole entire week. So come on,
yeah,
man. This was one of those you wanted people to feel sorry for you, and they came with receipts, and it's like, yeah, girl, you tripping. Like you are tripping. Cut your
yeah.
expenses.
It's a lot going on, and I'm just saying, y'all tripping right now. If y'all feel like we need to hear any of this, we are already dealing with so much mess as it is. People are tired of hearing about your business, and some people actually are interested because they are messy and petty. But
Exactly.
some of this is not necessary. Come on,
Like
y'all.
legit, we need to really go back to the days where we did not know what was going on. Like, just text your homies, just text them, tell them there. Boom. We don't need that. That was the dumbest thing ever, having walls and Twitter where it's just like anyone could just say what they want. Some people don't need to do that. We just no.
Learn from that. But that's my your niggas is tripping. Now, who do you have for your niggas is tripping?
My niggas is tripping is not really even not a nigga. It's from the Caucasian persuasion. Um I posted on Facebook the Tom Segura thing, and you already know my stance. I was just a bald headed white bitch. And my caption was, "Hey, you can not like what Will did to Chris and not disrespect a black woman." And in true, let me come on here with some salty white tears. Someone came onto my post and they tried to play in my face. And I was like, bro, we're not gonna play these dumbass games. Anytime someone it just comes out with the you always gotta make it about race, I'm just gonna block you. I don't even have to have that conversation with you because one, if you're leading with the you always make everything about race, we don't even need to be friends. Like you're the furthest person I want to have on my friends list. So it's just like I'm gonna block you. I'm gonna
And
block you,
yeah,
and I'll be saying
I also want to make this abundantly clear. We didn't start it about race. It
exactly.
this was not something that we made up.
And we
This
don't
is
control it either.
we don't control it either. So
You are so right. It's just like, bro. And I told him before I blocked him, and I was like, you're not even ready for that conversation because you're saying stupid shit like this. You're not even ready to have that conversation. And what makes it even crazier is he's married to a black woman. And I feel very, very sorry for her because I'm sure multiple times throughout the day, he's probably, you always got to make it about race. And it's just like, bro, it can clearly be about race and you can clearly see it. And it's just like, you got to make it about race. It's about race because Tom Segura would not have said that to about a white woman. He would not have called her a bald-headed bitch if it was a white woman. You're only doing that because it was a black woman. And if you can't see how fucked up that is, then yeah, you're a part of the problem. Mr. You always got to make it about race. Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
That's what I gotta say. Marty Martin said it for me. Sit your dumb ass down, bro. So that's who I'm giving my young niggas a tripping to.
Ah, man. I yeah. Let's all take a breather and learn from this and try to be better. Okay.
No, I 100% I agree with you there. I mean, Boogie, you know, it is what it is. People like to play games, and sometimes you got to find out the hard way. So I mean, that's
Fuck
what it is
around and
there.
get fucked around, you know?
Fuck around and find out. But this has been a dope ass episode. We didn't do 3 topics because, you know, we went a little lengthy on the brouhaha between Chris and Will, but we will have 3 topics again next week. What you got for the good old people, Boogie?
You know, as always, like, subscribe, and hit that bell to get all of our notifications and all of our updates to understand what's going on, to get all of our updates and get the new episodes, Eppies. Tell a friend to tell a friend that this is a movement that you need to be a part of for sure.
Good show, and we appreciate you because we saw the numbers go up on YouTube. So thank you for everybody who is watching on YouTube. Shout out to everybody there. No Sleep Crew, we appreciate you, and shout out to everybody who is getting things from our sponsors because again, we appreciate y'all supporting them because they put back into us so we can do better things. So keep supporting all of them. Boogie, I think it's time to get up out of here.
I think so, yeah.
Another dope ass episode of Late Night with Nate and Adrian. I'm your boy Nate Galloway.
I'm Adrian Brennyberg.
Time for some motherfucking bombs.